Pocket Snowman versus two kings. Yeah, Djibouti, do we just make an unreasonable fold there? If you're still here? Like, people are just, like, unreasonably tight. He is from the button, so maybe gonna have a couple squeezes in there. People are just super tight. So we out-chip both of them. We have pocket aces next hand. In the GG 525. Got a lot of short stacks behind us. So off of our 20 big blinds, aces is like a decent candidate for a check back here on 5-4-4. Turn 4 brings the third 4 on board. It's actually an okay candidate for a double check back if he would have checked to us. Because at that point, we just like want him to catch. We want him to catch up. He bets 3 big blinds and the 6 big blinds. We're just gonna smooth call. Deuce on the river. He should jam his 5x for what it's worth. He bets pot. He leaves himself 6 big blinds behind. It's obviously very unfortunate when he has quads. Then we're just going to be mad yet again about running, you know, stick bad per the usual. We definitely want to put it in because he's going to call with a 5. And like, we win his bounty then at that point. He does just make quads. I mean, it's just absolutely unbelievable the way we run. 25 Hunter after losing with our fucking aces versus quads. We're going to 3-bet jam him with the pocket 9s against the cutoff open. People are absolutely blasting today, too, for what it's worth, guys. People are just losing their minds in every spot. All in against pocket 10s. That's unfortunate. 9 on the flop, though. It is fortunate. Let's see if we can hold here. No ace, no 10. An 8. We'll take it down. The bounty on stars, 3-way pot, opener, open off at 21 big blinds. We've got the overcard on the board, the straight draw and the flush draw will be playing for all the money. All the money will happily go in, guys. So the opener checks over to the button, button goes to the bet. Go for the check raise. He calls, we make our flush on the turn, so it's a lockdown turn for us. We're just gonna bet 30%, which sets us up for a river jam. He folds. 530, going for a flat here with the ace king from the hijack with these couple of rejam stacks behind. I think it's like fine to mix in some flats. The ace king offsuit. Djibouti, opinion? Do you do it? Flop top pair, top kicker, and ace 8-4 rainbow. He bets 3 big blinds of the 6 broad half pot. Going for the call. 3 hearts in the turn. Now there's 2 hearts out there. Now he sizes down in the turn. Call. Not sure if I'm supposed to raise the turn. sizes down on the river again. I'm not really sure what hands are like that are worse or to call on the river. Like, is ace queen or ace jack actually gonna pay us off? I don't really think so. Then he does have ace jack. Over to the bounty king 315. We check all the flop. We defend the big blind. We lead for the large size on the turn because we actually have the nut advantage now, and this 9 pairs, the middle card pairs on the turn. So we can have some bigger sizings when we have the nut advantage. He calls. And we're gonna blast it on the river. He calls. And he has a7. We take it down. We're immediately going over here to the bounty 525. We're getting our last few big blinds with eights versus ace 4, unfortunately. We pretty much put our stack in pre-flop. We had like a couple big blinds left behind, so like we were basically all in pre-flop. So we're gonna be showered in the 525 Hunter or 530, where we check back flop. We 3-bet pre-flop versus the under gun opener. We check back the flop. And we're gonna bet the turn. Last couple big blinds here going in the 250 main event. Ace 8 suited versus King Queen suited. Flop an ace, he's around runners. Double up, we'll see if we can run it back. Immediately right over to the bounty 530 on stars. Just having spot after spot after spot. Pocket fives here versus the big blind defend on ace jack deuce. We're gonna start off with the sides up. Unblock the clubs. Bounty 530 on stars. We're sitting here 12 and 37, 20 cash. Under the gun opens. This guy 3-bets here from the cutoff. We're gonna 4-bet jam it in with our ace king offsuit. Pretty scary because he's like 3-bet smalling. Yeah, 3-bet small off of 25 bigs. Ace king versus ace king. Looks like we're gonna be shopping him up and shopping him down on average and getting more exercise and whatnot. So maybe that's doing it. Maybe it's doing it, you know? Pocket eights here in the 250 main event. We're opening here up under the gun. UTG. April Fool's Day is over, says Mick the Mod and Seltzer. That's fucking hilarious. Fuck you, Mick. This guy goes for the small 3-bet off the buttons. Looks so fucking strong. We're gonna get it in, but we kind of just don't like it. Because maximums is like dead money a lot of the time. Pocket Snowman versus 2 kings. Yeah, Jibochi, do we just make an unreasonable fold there? If you're still here? Like, people are just like unreasonably tight. He is from the buttons, so maybe gonna have a couple squeezes in there. People are just super tight. Snowman on the river, look at that, let's go. We're still running it back over here in the GG 250 main event. Who's doing what? Hope we're all the best and our son as well. Thanks very much, Ginzos. I appreciate that. What's up, Bluffy AA? Music is on point, says Ginzos. Cool. Good luck, us guys, here in the 250 GG main event. Ace King here. It's the open and the 3-bet jam. We're gonna be jamming it in ourselves over the top. Ace King versus Marlin 5-5-5-5s. Pocket 9s. We're flipping. We're gonna need an ace or a king on the turn of river. He just turns us dead. He makes a boat of fullness. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Gonna go over here to the party 530. This is a 3-bet pot. I opened my Jack 8 suited. He 3-bet from the cutoff. We flop top pair here on 8-7-5 flush draw. Deuce in the turn. The uses end up like jamming a lot though, putting me in a lot of like disgusting spots. Cute part is these guys is like never at bluffs. Just 2 kings. One of these days I'll quit calling these spots. Going for the small check raise here in this 5-4 deuce board. In the bounty 530. Probably like a board that we play pure check raise on. And we're gonna over bet jam the turn. No, we're not. We're gonna check. He bets 4 big blinds. Now we're gonna, I think, check jam because this looks like it's like for thin value. And he's just like not going to be able to bet call here like those thin value hands. And he folds. 2 Cowboys here in the 530 euro. Going for the 3-bet. Original opener folds. The flatter peels again. 10-6-5 rainbow. Gonna go for a small size. He calls 7 on the turn. Want to keep driving money in. If he has it. So I have like a lot of 10x in his range. So we like this half pot size. Ends up like having to call those hands. Puts him in a lot of like really gross spots with a lot of his range. You know, pocket jacks, pocket queens aren't too sure anymore if they didn't 4-bet pre or 3-bet pre. And this jack in the river, I think we want to go for a check. He might like consider, it's like a weird spot, only like a third of the pot left. King 3-1-5. We flop 2 overs, flush draw, straight draw. We're gonna be willing to put all the money in here, obviously. So the check raise small. We'll jam turns. We'll just get all the money in. We'll hit our card and collect some chips and booty, you know? That's the plan, Stan. Big blind's in the tank about it. He's like, shit, I'm at 9x. What do I do? He decides to cold call. Seven of the turn. Pairs the board. That's a terrible turn card. This guy donk jams. We're going to hurriedly get it in to hopefully make him fold out his 9x. This lad has 6-7 suited. His flop appeal is probably really bad. And we lose. He makes a boat of fullness. If you look at those guys in the Donnie King 315, this is probably like the stone bottom of our range here. We open, there's a flat, This guy jams for 22 big blinds with all that dead money in the middle. We're going to stick it in. He's got 5s. We have him absolutely dominated. See if we can have a hold. Hold to the river. He's only got 2 outs. Let's go. $75 booty. Nice. Making the straight on the river that we did not need. Pick up pocket 8s now, guys. This lad opens under the gun. This big stack calls. We're going to jam the pocket 8s. Sucks if we end up running into it. Snowmen are good enough to go for it. Flip versus King Jack suited. Let's win a flip. Oh, he flops a king. 8-ball. Snowman. No dice. We're going to end up direct bubbling the 530 builder. Damn it. Go over the limp here, blind on blind. King 8-8, we're going to go for a check here with our top pair. Go like the half pot bet on the turn. 9 of spades. These are like plenty of hands they're going to want to call. He calls, and the 3 on the river completes the spade draw. Don't have any like queens, jacks, or 10s or 7s in our hand, which is like nice though. He overbets the river, which is like a nice size by him for sure. Leaves me in a shitty spot. They just don't meet their bluffing frequencies enough in general. I mean, we're getting towards the bubble. It is like a spot where he could just like go for it here, thinking like I don't have like 8x ever, and like good at calling. With like 9x, for example, you might think I have like a lot of 9x. And no, they just never bluff. Next time we get ace jack suited, we're gonna jump right back over there. Gonna jump right back over there. Get 3-bet by Daniel P. Daniel Palau Vicente. The hell's that? Is it like Vicente? I remember Vicente used to play for Mexico, even though he's not Mexican, I don't think. He's from like Portugal or some shit. Gonna peel here with our ace jack suited. Flop the nuts. Pretty good flop for us. King, queen, 10, rainbow. He should be c-betting his entire range. He should be putting lots of bets in. Lots of money over the course of the hand. Starts off with a c-bet. We will just call. Turn the nut flush draw as well. Check it over to him. Definitely an awkward SPR that's left. Goes check, check. I mean, this is like a pretty cool spot to go for a check jam. Like, Queen X is not going to call if we jam. His King X is going to bet for us. So essentially, like, the hands that we're going to stack, he's going to do a lot of the betting for us in the river. And, like, yeah, like ace eight of clubs, like, you know, our only chance of getting any more money out of him was by having him bluff, you know? It was a cool spot to mix in a check. Big blind chucks it in. We do get the payout jump. It's going to be a three-way all-in, guys. Good like us. Ace, six of spades. We're going to be in trouble. We're going to need some spades. Up against eights and nines. Ace ball or spades. Oh, we flop an ace, but there's the nine as well. We got runners. There's one runner. Spade, please. Oh, Bradley, I'm doing this for you. Six. Not going to do it. Good game, 21st place. Baby like doesn't eat any. It's funny because Baby like she doesn't do anything sweet, and the joke is always like, oh, the only sweet stuff you do is me. Haha, I know, I'm pretty funny. So yeah, she's like the only dessert that she'll eat is cheesecake, and like specifically just like couple of certain types of cheesecake as well. Defender in the big blind versus the button open. King, queen, five, all diamonds. We have queen, eight of hearts. This guy c bets small. We'll go for a check and a call. Turn two pair. Go for a check. We could like maybe consider leading small as like an exploit. It definitely I don't think will be solver approved. He sizes up now on the turn, betting about 70% of the pot. We're gonna call obviously with our two pair. Offsuit three on the river. Check it to you. Checks back and loses. Checks back and mucks. Oh, we made it, guys. We made it. We made it to day two, so we're going to be... What place are we going to be in? We're going to be in 18th place with 28 making it to day two. We'll be in the money when day two starts on Sunday. So that's pretty cool. Made it through on one bullet. If you enjoy this kind of content and you want to see more of it and keep up to date with new content, please click that subscribe and like button. Don't forget to give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Slayerv1fanpoker and join the Universal Discord channel so you know when I go live. There's going to be plenty more content coming, so we will see you soon.